Okay, guys. Let's go. The carefree days of mutual killing. Dang it. Sorry, guys. And siesta time to spare. By the way, if I could be less serious for a moment, what are your thoughts on the popular diets these days? Personally, I feel that I'm at my slimmest in the spring. I mean, right after I wake up from the winter. I strongly endorse the hibernation diet. You all should give it a try this year once the snow starts falling. Come to think of it, didn't the ultimate pop sensation and the ultimate fashionista kick the bucket? You know, I bet both of them were into diets. First, Mizuno is murdered, then Enoshima gets killed. Now this class trial is thrown in our faces. We have to reveal the killer hiding among us. But of course, first, you've got it all wrong. It wasn't me. I just swapped rooms with her for the night. Then who killed the trick? As far as I am concerned, it could be any of you. Don't look at me. This pains me, and yet it must be said, no matter how you look at it, Mizuno was killed by someone here in this room. Hey, how long do you intend to keep at this? Kirigiri, cooperation is essential. Although each of us must decide for ourselves who is worthy of our trust, I don't believe it's terribly wise to blindly suspect everyone. In the end, it will only lead to the same grievous outcome as blindly trusting everyone. There's certainly nothing to gain from forever railing over the deceased. You didn't have to say it like that. Let's get this investigation underway. Do we have to? Only because execution awaits the whole lot of us if we fail to identify the culprit. We should split up for now. It's imperative that we find clues and draw influences that will lead us to the guilty. I wish you all the best. Whatever. It's not like we need to do anything. But we already know who did it. Guys, I have to do something. At this rate, we're all going to... There's no way I'm going to let Monokuma kill us all. I swear, I'll find the culprit. Let the investigation commence. I can't think of a better place to start than my room, with Mizuno's nameplate on the door. I wonder who swapped out signs. Ogami and Owada? Yo, Naegi, are you investigating? No, we're in charge of protecting the crime scene. Deduction is not my skill. See, that woman told us that we'd be in deep stuff if the killer trashed the evidence. Whatever, I hate racking my brain, so this suits me fine. Kirigiri-san, have you just begun? Yeah, I see. I'm already finishing up. She's good. I wonder what her story is. I still don't know what field she's ultimate in. Oh, by the way, Naegi, don't even think about tampering with the crime scene. I'll crush the life right out ya if you're planning any funny business. Nope. All of this was done in a single night. What exactly happened in this room? Isn't this the gold replica sword that was on display in here? The sword is out of its sheath. Why does the sheath have a gouge that looks like it was made of some sort of blade? And there's a tool kit in my drawer. Yeah, looks like all of the guys got one in their room. There were some kits in the girls' rooms. What for, shop class? I don't feel like making anything. The guys and I were just talking about this yesterday. Seems none of them have used their toolkits either. Say, what is that broken, huh? Oh, you mean how the door's hard to open? Naegi, it's your bathroom. You've been locked out of it, right? Think you've been hit with the ultimate magical very bad attack. But there's a trick. You just got to lift up the knob when you turn it, then it'll open. I have the only bathroom door that gets jammed, but it's easy to open once you get the hang of it. I see, so the door doesn't open well. However, I was referring to the doorknob. Yikes, the doorknob is broken. Naegi, did you tell anyone that you have a finicky door? Huh? No, Mizuno and I are the only ones who knew about it. I see, that sells it then. Sells what? I'm totally lost here. Aren't you Naegi? My intuition is usually dead on. I told you. Yeah, I'll do my best. I'm just... I can't see it. I mean, read it. Why do you stop? Kirigiri, you're amazing, but it's beyond me to do this. I can't do this. I just can't go in there and examine her. A corpse speaks volumes. Eh? The wishes of the deceased remain even after the body is devoid of life, but only the living can interpret those thoughts and desires. Even now, Mizuno is trying to tell you something. She's right. I have to know the truth. I have to know why Mizuno was killed. Otherwise, I'll never be able to accept her death. Mizuno. This is what killed her. She was stabbed once in the stomach with a kitchen knife. Her right wrist is broken on the swelling, glitter like gold leaf. Something written on the wall behind her. Mizuno, I'm sorry. She wrote this number with the last of her blood. Sorry, 11037. She wrote this number with the last of her blood. I've got to figure out what the number signifies. I've got clues now, at least. Just as I thought, one of them is missing. That knife was taken from the kitchen. Asahina, are you investigating the dining hall? Nope, just taking a break. Actually, I've been doing that the whole time. I don't know anything about investigating. Asahina, do you know anything about the knives in the kitchen? Sure do. One of them is missing. I've seen them before as a complete set. They were all there when I went to the kitchen last night for a cup of tea. But then one was gone by the time I finished and went back. Were you in here that whole time? Yep, I was here all yesterday evening and today. I'm not sure why, but I think the dining hall's kind of relaxing. Giggle. So the kitchen knife disappeared while you were here drinking tea? Got it. Who took off with the missing kitchen knife? Your mother. Well, if it isn't Mr. Mako Naegi, what are you doing in front of the trash room? Monokuma put me on trash duty yesterday, so I'm dropping by to check on things. Mr. Mako Naegi, I certainly hope you don't think I was about to rummage through the girls' garbage. I'm only interested in two-dimensional girls. I couldn't care less about 3D chicks. Figurines accepted. Actually, I was kinda hoping you let me go in there with you. It's insane how huge this room is. And I've got the one and only key to the shutters. What? The incinerator's been left on. And look at that junk lying there. Chunks of broken glass. And a stained short cuff. This is blood. I bet it's a piece of evidence the killer tried to destroy. How can this be? I made sure it was off yesterday. Was a fairy behind this? Fairy, show yourself. Yamada, how do you use the incinerator? Huh? You just push the upper button to turn it on and the lower button to turn it off anyway. Isn't it about time you fessed up, Mr. Mako Naegi? What psychic power do you use to turn on the incinerator? Mizuno. She started acting strange after we watched these DVDs. What's on it anyway? Ultimate pop sensation Sayaka Mizuno is the lead singer in a hit idol group. Don't they look simply fabulous beneath the brilliant spotlights? But alas, something happened that forced this major idol group to disband. No way. So unfortunately, there's nowhere left for Sayaka Mizuno to return to. But here's a question for you. What exactly broke them up? I mean, if this really happened, it'd be a big news story, right? If the mastermind behind this has that kind of power, then who are we really dealing with anyway? I'm sick and tired of waiting on you. So how about this? Let's say we dive right into the highly anticipated class trial. Not now? I haven't figured this out yet. This is all I have to go on in the trial. Please enter the courtroom through the elevator behind the red doors in the school zone. Oop oop. See y'all in a bit. The silence is oppressive. No one says a word. Is this how defendants feel as they await their verdict? We're all about to begin a perilous trial, a perilous game of deception, perilous acts of betrayal, and solving a perilous riddle, as our lives are on the line in a perilous class trial. This is the courtroom? Yo ho ho, took you long enough. What you think? Looks like the kind of place you set justice or what? Not even close. It's freaking messed up. And those pictures. You're sick, pal. Moving right along. The students will now approach the stand. Move it. Take your designated place. Kirigiri, did you figure anything out? Work it out yourself. Naegi, you need to be the one to crack this case. Otherwise, I have no doubt you won't be happy with how this ends. That was the plan. I'm doing this for Mizuno too. Ew. I will identify her. Wait, whoops. I swear, I will identify her killer. The class trial is now in session. Wait, before you get started, let me give you a basic refresher on how the class trial works. I'm going to use your votes to determine the results of the trial. If you correctly identify the killer, only they will get punished. However, if your guess wrong, I'll punish everybody but the guilty punk. Having successfully deceived the murderer gets to graduate. Is the culprit really among us? Yep, for the record. I watched the whole thing happen from beginning to end on the security camera, so I know who did it. Otherwise, how could I pass a fair judgment when all is said and done? Oh, you're actually going to keep this a fair trial? That's reassuring. Alright, let's close our eyes, everyone. Now, I want the guilty person to raise their hand. How dumb do you think they are? But gee, we're at a complete loss here. You can't expect us to point out the killer. God help me. God, this is Buddha, any aliens out there, and Supreme Kai. She's right. There were plenty of hints and clues, but the number Mizuno, well, I still don't know what it signifies. Humph. Don't we already know who did it? It hardly needs all this discussion. Naegi killed her. The murder took place in Naegi's room. What further proof do we need? Yeah, I can see how it went down. Once Naegi got Mizuno into his room, he attacked her with a knife. Then he chased Mizuno into the bathroom, killing her while she was cornered. That's just the way Naegi would have done it. Then, hold up. Someone got that knife from the kitchen, but it wasn't me. In fact, I have a witness. Asahina, me? Asahina, you should be able to vouch for me. You spent all yesterday evening in the dining hall and noticed when the knife went missing. You know, I wasn't anywhere near the dining hall when it disappeared. That's right, you didn't set foot in the dining hall. That only proves the swimming pool and you are in cahoots. Swimming pool? And what makes you think I've been Naegi's accomplice? Well, if it wasn't him, who took the knife out of the kitchen? As things stand, it left all on its own. If Asahina spent all evening in the dining hall, she could have taken it. No, get real, it wasn't me. I was with someone the whole time. I was in the dining hall. Me. Sakura and I stuck to each other like glue all day yesterday. Hey, just double checking it, but who's Sakura? 'Tis I. Yeah. Be right back. Sorry. Wait, what? If one of you snatched the knife when the other wasn't looking, nope, no way. See, I've been kinda scared ever since we watched those DVDs, so I asked Sakura if she could do me a favor. Last night I abode in Asahina's chambers. I slept by her very side. Indeed, each of us can give an alibi for the other. It is immoral for a man and woman to share the same room. I am a woman. My mistake. If what they say is true, then it's a stalemate. Actually, someone did come to the dining hall. Why didn't you say so before? She's no longer with us. Wait, are you talking about Sayaka Mizuno? She came to the dining hall before she was killed. I think back toward be hard to say that she was her usual self. She never so much as glanced at us as she strode quickly through the dining hall to the kitchen. She claimed that she sojourned thither for a glass of water, but most likely that is when she took the knife. Are you saying Mizuno took it? No other could have. She was scared out of her wits. She probably wanted it for self-defense. Then the culprit must have wrestled the kitchen knife out of Mizuno's hands before proceeding to kill her with it. But then how did the killer get into Naegi's room? I know if she was scared, if I was as scared as she was, I wouldn't open the door for anyone. I believe the answer is unfortunately simpler than you think. This is a note written by Mizuno. She let the perpetrator into the room by personal invitation. I rubbed a pencil across the top sheet of the notepad in Naegi's room. Doing so revealed this indent writing. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, but it proved useful. I imagine she then asked the guilty party over by slipping the note under their door. But it goes against sense. This grows more confusing by the minute. For what reason would she have invited the culprit into the room? Wait a second. She'd never have done that. Mizuno was terrified, absolutely terrified. She said that someone tried to force open her door. That's why you traded rooms with me, right, Mizuno? Be right back. The class trial is in full swing, but that's it for this chapter. Don't you just love the look on Naegi's face as he desperately struggles? Oop, oop, oop. Well, seems to me this case has two key points. Why did Mizuno want to swap rooms with Naegi? What did 11037 mean? Hint, try turning it upside down, genius. Oh, but I'm sure you already figured out who's guilty, right? It's me, Monokuma. Okay. Sorry. Our 2-page recess is over. Back to the class trial in session. And you got a short memory. If you got a short memory, let me walk you through the case as it stands now. Yeah, I'm not reading it. Mizuno was absolutely terrified. That's why she wanted to trade rooms with me. There's no way she let someone into the room. What if she was only pretending to be afraid? Huh? What are you talking about? Why would Mizuno do something like that? If you wish to know, you'll need to learn what happened after she let the pup into the room. Therein lie the answers you seek. If memory serves me correctly, we espied a discarded replica sword at the scene of the crime. It was on display in my room, but I'm sure the killer used it against Mizuno. The culprit attacked Mizuno with that replica sword. Mizuno tried to fight back with the knife, but they broke her wrist. That's how she got the gold leaf from the replica sword on her right wrist. After the culprit got the knife from her, Mizuno went into the bathroom. Are you positive the culprit attacked Mizuno first? The sword. There was something odd about it. Remember the sheath? had a gouge made by a bladed instrument. How do you think that got there? Well, Mizuno made it when she was trying to fight back. So you mean to say that the killer attacked while the sword was still sheathed? People generally attack with the sword drawn. In which case, where does that gouge fit into this? Now let's flip things around. What if they grab for the replica to defend themselves from a surprise knife attack, using the sheath so that forced to parry the knife blow? In other words, the evidence indicates that Mizuno initiated the attack. Be right back. Sorry, guys. Hold on. She never do something like. I know you don't want to think about what that would mean. This is starting to get interesting. So Mizuno was a far cry from an innocent victim. She was the aggressor. Isn't that right, Naegi? She took the knife from the kitchen, rolled out the target with a no, and then attacked them with the knife. All the dots connect. No, she wouldn't. She'd never. Taking this into consideration, I can see why she wanted to trade rooms with you, Naegi. Why? Remember how your nameplates were swapped? You and Mizuno were the only ones who knew that you had traded rooms last night. If you did not swap the nameplates, that leaves Mizuno. Mizuno scribbled that invitation for her intended target, summoning them to Naegi's room with her nameplate on the door. It was all a ruse to turn Naegi's room into the scene of the crime. No, I don't believe it. It would allow her to place all the blame on him. You serious? This can't be right. But Mizuno was crying. She came to me for help. Isn't it quite clear by now that she was putting on an act? Nothing can sway a gentleman like a lady's tears. A calculating woman. I suspect the vixen took your personality into account when devising the plan. You're such a gullible fool, Naegi. If Mizuno had managed to kill a target, what are the chances you tell us about the room swap? We said, of course I will. Come what may, we'll always have each other's backs. That we had each other's backs. Ha 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 ha. Aren't women terrifying, Naegi? It was always charade, don't you see? So, who was it that killed Mizuno? He's right, Naegi. You need to focus on solving the mystery for now. But I can't solve it. How am I supposed to figure it out? We're doomed. The whole lot of us are as good as dead. Let's review all the clues one more time. It's all over if you don't identify who killed Mizuno. I can't do it. I don't know anything about Mizuno or what happened. Don't you? Didn't you receive Mizuno's final message? Her message? Mizuno's dying message. Dying message? Dying message, fool. They'll be pointing to the number 11037 that she wrote on the wall. But I couldn't decode what it means. That's hardly surprising given that it isn't a number, huh? Oh wow, if you don't think of them as just numbers, doesn't the 1 kind of look like an unfinished N? Yeah, actually said something decent for once. Squee, my gray mail is on overdrive, and the N037 remains a mystery to me. Wait, Mizuno used her hand to write the message while leaning against the wall. That's why it turned out upside down. Upside down. Right? Knowing that Mizuno's message becomes perfectly clear. In English, it spells Leon. Isn't that your first name? Leon Kurata? What are you talking about? That's just some freak coincidence. The numbers turn into my name if you flip them around. That's the most far-fetched crud I've ever heard. So now I'm the killer, not you? Don't give me that fool. Kurata, didn't you go to the trash room last night? What? Of course not. I found a bone short cup with bloodstains on it in front of the incinerator. When you stabbed Mizuno, some of her blood got on your shirt. Isn't that why you tried to dispose of it? Bond, that isn't enough to pin the rap on me. It's not like I'm the only guy wearing a shirt around here. How could I even get into the incinerator anyway? There's a safety grill that blocks it off. I couldn't even hit the switch to turn it on, much less burn anything in it. But the grill opens with a key and the person trashed through his gut. So according to your clue, he's the killer. Squee. It wasn't me. A fairy did it. What are you talking about? No, if it was Yamada, he would have done a more thorough job destroying the evidence, precisely because he is on trash duty. This was left shot in front of the incinerator's controls. That's what you used to hit the ignition button. Looks like a piece of glass. Right, a glass ball. Actually, don't stress on it. Kuratans, my readings say you won't make it as a musician hit or otherwise. It's probably the one Hagakure was carrying around. That's the one! It's been missing ever since I left it in the laundry room last night. And can you believe it? I only bought the thing when I heard it was a miraculous crystal ball that would never break. I spent 100 million yen on that ball. Everything I made from fortune telling. Oh, for God's sake. No one cares. What are you trying to prove with that thing anyway? How could anyone use it the way you said? Did you notice the size of the button and that there's 10 meters between the grill and the incinerator? No one could throw that ball with such precision. It isn't that no one could have done it. It's that only you could have done it. The ultimate baseball star was behind this murder. Going by that same logic, you balled up the shirt and threw it into the incinerator. Eek! But as a result, a telltale scrap of the burned shirt escaped the incinerator. Foo. Flip you, I don't care what you say, it wasn't me. That's nothing but circumstantial evidence. I won't take this from a stupid dip-stuff loser. It's stupid. I see, you still aren't ready to come clean. The doorknob on Naegi's bathroom door was broken. That was your handiwork, wasn't it? You tried to go in after Mizuno when she ran into the bathroom, but the door wouldn't open. I doubt you pulled, but there's a trick to opening it. Otherwise it jams. Stupid. Under the misconception that she had locked the door, you use your toolkit to break the doorknob and force open the door. Stupid, stupid, stupid. As such, your toolkit should show signs of usage. Kurata, will you kindly show us your toolkit? For the record, I will not accept the excuse I lost it. Stupid. Oop oop. It looks like the debate has reached a conclusion, in which case let's move right on over. Press your switch to vote, punks. Who will be found guilty? Sorry, to voting time. Press your switch to vote, punks. Who will be found guilty? Is your verdict correct or incorrect? And folks, how will this end? You nailed it. This time round, Leon Kurata is guilty of killing Sayaka Mizuno, I guess. Kurata, you really did kill Mizuno, didn't you? How horrible. Why the heck would you do such a thing? It's not like I had a choice. She was seriously trying to do me in. So like, my only option was to take her out. Or do you think I should just let the crazy beaver kill me instead? Mizuno just happened to pick me as her target. Darn it, Kurata. Well, I can see from the class chart that you've done a splendid job identifying the guilty party. Sorry. Mizuno just happened to pick me as her target in a stroke of bad luck. Well, I can see from the class chart that you've done a splendid job identifying the guilty party. So, let's say we proceed to Leon Kurata's punishment. Punishment? You mean the execution? Okay. There is a price to be paid for disrupting the peace. Ain't that one of society's rules? And let's get this show on the road. Everyone's waiting with bated breath. Go easy on me. I was acting in self-defense. A special punishment for the ultimate baseball star. Hoorah! I don't want to die. There's still so much I want to do in life. Like baseball. I mean, I've just recently realized that I like baseball better than music after all. Wham. Woo. Kurata. Give me a break. I'm not ready to die. Million fungos. Now that's why I call extreme sports. I feel the adrenaline soaking every inch of my stuffing. What just... He killed him, seriously killed the guy. The looks on your faces right now, priceless, despair etched into every feature. As your headmaster, I'm most gratified to see that you kiddos are finally taking this mutual killing thing seriously. Naegi, this was a great learning experience. I mean for you in particular. Oop oop oop. Scary them entertainers, aren't they? Huh? What do you think of Mizuno now? Huh? Nice and pretty on the outside and under that mask twisted to the core. I'm not going to blame Mizuno for what she did, and I don't intend to place all the blame on Kurata either. This wasn't Mizuno's fault. Since middle school, everyone had loved her. She became the idol of millions, and then suddenly you trapped her in this place, showed her that video, scared her, pushed her over the edge. Every single thing. Be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. Every single thing happened because of you. Kirigiri, I wouldn't if I were you. At least not if you truly wish to avenge her. Phew, I could have sworn you were gonna whack me. You had a close call there, punk. Attacking the headmaster is a surefire way to get punished. Hey. Didn't you say everyone's waiting with bated breath? That certainly wasn't true of us. Who were you referring to when you said everyone? Oop, oop, oop. Guess, I've said all I can for now. But the hatred you're directing at me is completely misplaced. The only reason this murder even happened was 'cause you kiddos went out. Oh, on the flip side, I got no doubt in my mind that once you uncover all of the mysteries in this school, you'll say to yourself, I'm so lucky that I get to spend the rest of my life in here. Your school lives of mutual killing have just begun. Let's hope you kids continue to enjoy living together here. Oop oop. Oop 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 oop. What does he want? None of this makes any sense. I can't take it anymore. Darn it. Naegi, do you have a minute? Sure. It's about Mizuno, isn't it? You read my mind. Do you remember what I said before the trial? I said you should be the one to solve this mystery. You wanted me to learn about Mizuno's betrayal on my own, didn't you? I had to realize for myself that I was an idiot who got duped into being made the prime suspect. There's no denying the fact that Mizuno tried to blame you. However, I believe she was hesitant up until the very end, as evidenced by the message she left behind. If she didn't fear for your fate, she would not have written that dying message. I suspect she spent her last moments asking herself, how can I save Naegi? Why are you telling me this? Because you can overcome this. Because you have the ability to overcome the deaths of your classmates and move on. You must, or you won't be able to escape this situation. Overcome the deaths of my classmates? I could never do that. I'm going to hold on to their deaths forever. I'll never put them behind me. I'll carry the memory of Mizuno's death and Kurata's always. And I'll keep their feelings with me and bear the weight, and I'll push forward. I see, the path you've chosen is formal orders, but I have high hopes for you. May I ask something else? How do you know I wanted to speak with you about Mizuno? I'm psychic, huh? Just kidding. I merely have keen intuition. Surviving students, 12. Okay. Bye, guys.